Hey guys, welcome back.
It's been a while.
It has been more than a while.
Yeah, like 9 months or something. Huge delay, and we're sorry about that. But we will touch on that later in the video if you want to find out what has been going on in our lives the last 9 months. But
we have been working on the Badger. The Badger.
Yes, during that time too.
We have done some big modifications, which were definitely needed, as well as some cosmetic modifications. But we think all of them have their place, and we're excited to show you what we've done. For those of you that missed part 1, of the series, we will link it up in the top right hand corner and in the description. We suggest you go check it out because it gives you a good idea of where we came from, and then you'll see where we are today. Are you excited?
Excited to show you guys how we've evolved. If you have not seen our videos before, I'm Chanel and this is Steve.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think let's get into it.
Right. Okay, so if we are talking about the modifications in the front cabin, what have we done?
So you guys might remember when we first did a review of the Badger and our first impressions of getting the Suzuki Jimny, I think particularly complained a little bit about the lack of internal pocket space and basic storage space, because it is quite snug and there isn't many spots to put things. I always have a lot of things. I like to have a lot of things within reach.
Especially for you. You love to store things.
Yes, I do. And I love to have things, within reach. So,
and there isn't that much.
Besides the cubby.
It's like we said, it's well designed. There are a few pockets, but we have added some.
Yes, so we found a little website called Jimny Style, and they have these pockets that you can put on the door handles and in front of, what would you call this? My grip?
So, just for the technical terms, those are the assist grip pockets.
Assist grip pockets, yes.
And the ones on the door are obviously just the door grip storage.
Door grip storage, okay. So basically you're utilizing space that already exists in the Jimny, and you're making storage space available for things like masks, phones, chewing gum,
lighters, whatever you want.
Whatever you need, but it's just adding extra space. So that was quite fun. Another essential that we added were...
This, by the way, has to be my
holders.
Favorites of the lot.
Yes, so cup holders. There are 2 cup holders in the middle console, but when you're doing a long road trip, you're going to need to stay hydrated, and it's also nice to have it within easy access. So we have got the 2 on the sides.
And what's also nice is that they're right in front. How they mounted, you have a few options to mount them, but we mounted them right in front of the vent, the air vent. So if you have the aircon on and you've got your soda, keeps it cool. I think that's just ingenious. And we love them. They fit with the style. They're pretty much the exact same color as the interior, so
the pockets as well.
It looks seamless, which is really, really cool.
Subtle but effective.
Next, one of the, let's say, additional, it's not a modifications, but extras that we've put on are the seat covers.
Yes.
And I don't know if you can see here, we had it made custom with a custom name for us.
Yeah, Badger.
From a company called Talkla here in South Africa, and we did some research and they were the best by far. They had the biggest range, and they had seat covers that were specifically made for our Jimny, so they're super snug.
Yeah, this is the Cantech range of covers that we ended up getting. Very durable, and we can easily take them off and just throw them in the washing machine, which is quite handy. They cover the headrest as well.
And we've already spilled some stuff on them.
Yeah.
So they've already proved their worth, because you can just wipe it away, or like Chanel said, put it in the washing machine.
And I remember when we first bought the car, one of the first pieces of advice we got was to get seat covers, just because, if you want to keep your car looking new for longer, this is definitely one of the easiest ways to do it.
And if you're camping a lot, I think it's something that's going to be definitely worthwhile.
And you can customize them, which is pretty awesome. So
The Badger.
Yay. So very happy with that.
Yes.
We done anything else inside?
Inside. It's not inside.
It's on top.
I think that's it inside the cabin.
Yeah.
Sticking with Jimny style, if you guys are not familiar, go check out their website. They've got some really, really cool customization pieces. And we decided to get the tail lights
Bling.
as well as the side mirror covers,
Yeah.
which have lights on them as well. So when you indicate, they flash up. But the coolest thing about the tail lights is how they actually function, and very, very futuristic. It's like a lightsaber shooting across,
Yeah.
and they just look very, very slick, and it's something that we really wanted to just
Looks great for photos too.
looks great
So,
for photos. It perks up the back end, which is always good. So whoever follows
like
us,
perking up the back end, hey?
whoever follows us gets a nice little surprise. They're actually very bright as well. I think they're slightly brighter than the
And they're
standard
LED. as well.
LED.
Yeah.
So they fit in nicely with the front headlamps.
I think it's one of the things we love so much about this car is that you can customize it. If you wanted a grille, if you wanted side panels, I mean, you can, it's like a little toy, so you can just add on. And we've started with lights and side mirrors. We might, I don't know,
We could get a grill.
could get a grille, could get other things. We're not sure.
I have
steps, baby steps.
seen kits which turn your Jimny into a G-Wagon.
Oh yes,
Don't think we're going to go that far.
it's a bit extreme.
But if that's your cup of
maybe.
tea, then that's your cup
Yeah.
of tea. So, Jimny style lights,
Yeah.
very, very cool. What next?
How about the biggest modification
Yes.
that has actually changed the driving experience?
This is something that after putting on a
Essential.
rooftop tent, a lot of you guys commented in the previous video about suspension and whether we have traditional suspension or
A little kit.
if we've got a little kit, and we decided to get a lift kit, and we spoke to many people about this, and a lot of the people recommended a company called Toughdog, and I think it's born, if I'm not mistaken, out of
Yeah,
Australia.
Australian brand.
And Australian brand, and we know that everything in Australia wants to kill you, just like Africa. So the roads are very rough, and we decided, hey, let's go for it. So
Can I just mention the suspension doesn't want to kill us. We're
No.
preventing that
Exactly.
from happening. So
correct. What a difference.
Yeah.
Immediately we found that the car was more stable when driving, especially around corners.
to be honest, I think the first time we drove with them on, with our rooftop tent on top, it felt like the first time we got the car without. So when we had it without the rooftop tent, so it completely eliminated that wobble that we had with the rooftop tent. So in terms of stability, 10 out of 10, like it was amazing. Like
And then
the
of
difference.
course off-roading,
Yeah.
it really helped on roads that had corrugation. It really helped. It obviously gave us a 40mm lift, which is awesome, so we can tackle more than we think we should.
Yeah.
So it gives us a lot of confidence there. We definitely are extremely happy with
Yeah.
that choice.
We would even say, well, I would go as far as to say, is if you're getting yourself a Jimny and you're planning on doing a lot of off-roading, immediately get yourself a suspension kit, because that standard suspension,
I mean, it works.
it works.
but-
Of course it works, but it just changes the ride completely, especially if it's going to be heavy with things on top, with, whatever
Or
you're going
if
to be
you pack
modifying.
fridges in the back. I guess
Exactly.
it all depends on what you use a Jimny
Yeah.
for. If it's just around town and you're not really going to do modifications on it,
Yeah.
then we suggest you can keep it exactly.
But this is a camping video, so
Exactly.
we're going to
So
tell
if
you
you're
get the
interested in that,
suspension.
we definitely recommend suspension, and it's one of the biggest things that has just affected the way we drive.
And moving on from that, something that started bothering us after we got the suspension was the gap between the car and the tire,
the chassis,
and the chassis, the area behind the tire.
Because it was lifted, you could almost see into the under the car.
And we still got the standard tires. We might get bigger ones in future, but for now we've got the standard ones, and you could see everything underneath, and it was
white paint,
and it just, you know, with as you're hitting dirt roads, it's just always dirty, and it started bothering us. So we got a little custom
spray paint job,
which has like made it look as if it was meant to be like that, if that makes sense. So it does. You can't even see we got the suspension in a way because it's kind of hidden now. And it looks like it's a normal car.
It was a fun little thing that we did. It didn't cost us too much. It was done in a day, and well, we'll show you the before and the after now.
Yeah.
And we think it looked pretty cool. Right. What else have we done on our Badger?
Got another decal.
Got another decal in the front, literally saying Badger, just so it's a little ode to the Land Rovers.
Yeah.
Where it has the text in the front, and Badger. So whenever someone drives past us, they can see what the name of the car is. That's a win.
Okay, should we get on to all the front runner accessories that we haven't shown you? Because we obviously showed you quite a few in the first part of the series, and there are a few more that we have not shown you. So should we get on to that?
Yes, because we're doing a camping video and we enjoy camping. We haven't done half as much as we wanted to this year just because of health reasons, but we are still gathering all the stuff we need, and the wolf packs from Front Runner were an essential for us just because it gave us the option to store everything we needed for camping in a light, tight, compact box, durable too, that can go on the roof if you want, or in the back of the car.
Yeah, if you get the standard wolf pack, we have 2 of them. It's quite nice to stack them. They are easily stackable so they don't move around. Another option is the wolf pack Pro, which has a lot sturdier, what would you call these?
Clamps almost to close the box.
So that is a new design, and that is an option.
It looks very slick too.
Yeah. Both very durable, and I mean, you can store everything from your crockery and cutlery for camping down to your food, and obviously it's not a fridge, so not all your food, but
no, just dry stuff.
And then the cooler box is something we still need to get.
Still need to get a proper cooler box. Right now we just have
a little one.
Yeah. So that's something that we're going to need to invest in for sure. Mm-hmm. We have the Front Runner table, which you guys saw in the previous video, and
what's a table without chairs?
What's a table without chairs? That's probably the best segue I've ever done. What's a table without chairs? And Front Runner have these amazing foldable chairs that are actually quite light and somehow fold into a package about this big.
Fits right here. 2 seats.
Can you believe it? Right behind the seat.
Yeah.
I mean, what can we say? They're functional chairs. They look great. And
well, let's do a little demo of how to open. Let's do a little demo
open them. Struggling with our words this morning.
Woo! Excuse me while my water bottle out of my.
Let's do a little demo of how to use chairs. No, I think we know how to use them, but we'll show you how they open.
How easily they open.
How easily they open, and just how much space they really take up.
Last item is the GoPro or Osmo mount.
Yeah, the action cam mount, which we've mounted at the front of the roof rack. You can put it anywhere. We enjoyed it in the front because we can shoot content for on the road. You want to say something?
I've just remembered another thing that we forgot to talk about.
Okay, so we'll get back to that.
Yeah, we'll get back.
We love it because we're predominantly content creators, and it gives us an option to shoot some really, really cool video from the front of the car, and I think it's a nice little touch. What else did we forget?
Beer opener.
Did we not mention that in the first one?
I don't think so.
Right. Okay, so then this has to be my favorite piece of equipment. It is the
best for last.
Yes, the beer opener, or bottle opener I should say, because you can open any bottle with it, which we have mounted on the roof rack. Don't you hate it?
Here we go.
When you have an ice cold beer, you've had a long drive, you are wanting to have this beer and you can't open it. And I mean, I'm not one of those guys that opens it with my teeth, or I've tried it with a lighter. I mean, I struggle. And you can't find your bottle opener. Well, we have it on the roof. So I'm very, very chuffed with that.
Very
and
convenient.
It's pretty, I would say it's the most used piece of equipment for me. All in all,
we're coming along. Coming along nicely.
Coming along nicely.
Coming along nicely. We are nowhere near finished.
No.
There is more that we want to get for our Jimny, and we will with time.
Yeah, and it's an ongoing process, and you don't have to get it done all at the same time, and it depends on your budget. And I think hopefully this gives you a good idea of what you can do. And this one is focused purely on camping and outdoor. So hopefully we get out there soon.
Okay, good segue.
Yes.
Should we tell them why we have not been anywhere for the last 9 months?
For those of you who were messaging us asking when the next installment is and why we're not making any videos, in February this year, actually the end of January, I had a spine injury where I twisted some vertebra and some ribs, and while it was a hellish year, it's probably been one of our worst years. I was pretty immobile for a good few months. And thanks to you for getting us through this. And then we both got COVID, unfortunately, and Chanel took quite a...
Yeah, I'm still kind of recovering from it. So just as your back was getting better, then you got COVID, but luckily only 2 weeks. And then I got it and still dealing with sinus issues. I went for chest x-rays, so that's all clear, thank goodness.
But you were in bed for 3 months?
3 months, was pretty much bedridden. So we are very slowly working our way up now to being strong enough. I mean, even just to do this video, we are so grateful that we are strong enough to speak and be here and give you energy, because it's been horrific. And just, might even get a little emotional, but just really glad we're almost through. And then we can hit the road again soon. But we're taking it easy, and we're not going to push ourselves too far.
But we're here, and we're all good.
We're here, and we are
making steps forward.
I'm
still in rehabilitation with my back.
Yeah.
And you, of course, are doing well. But hopefully soon we will be out on the road and making even more modifications to the little Badger.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many things I want to do with this car. But for me, it's more about the adventures that we go on and what we do with the car. And that's actually...
The time will come, right?
Yeah, the time will come. And that's actually one thing we wanted to ask you. We are thinking of getting tyres. And if you are a Jimny owner, or you know your tyres, we're looking to get more all-terrain tyres, something to help us with off-roading, and just, I think, something to also look a little bit more 4x4 focused rather than the tyres. Yeah, a little more rugged than the tyres that we have now. So please drop your comments below, and we are very interested in hearing your thoughts, and potentially that could be our next modification, our next upgrade.
Yes.
So, yes, thank you for if you have come this far. Thank you very much for your time. We are on Instagram, so check us out at How Far From Home. We'll be posting there as we get healthier.
Yes. Join us on our journey to health.
And if you see us on the road, give us a hoot, and we'll hoot back. Thanks for watching.
Bye.